Since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll give it to the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. When you think about Texas and Oklahoma. You think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
Yeah, and it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. We've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up the first down. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I'll tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. To do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lockett. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on a little early.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
That great first drive by this offense capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Rushes on him. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low-line drive and not his best work. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mateer. Bears the pressure. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. These Longhorn corners really active with their hands, anticipating well and swatting the ball away.
And not all quarterbacks can do that, but great job seeing the ball in the air, going up, attacking the football, and swatting it away, making sure that that receiver can't get to the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football.
Finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Sooner.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air, can make plays with his feet like this, runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Owens. With the catch, it's Cook. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Wingo. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the run, it's Cook. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that right receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection. And lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, and throwing that strike.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Going to pull his way in. Touchdown, Longhorns! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature him, throw it up, let him go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Running to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
To the air, it's Mateer. Got the back over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He says a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before, ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion and keep the sticks moving.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to the well.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Gets rid of it. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man. It's Cook. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He wants to change this route. On third down, he drops to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Using his feet to buy time. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Offense changing the play. They'll throw it from the red zone. Floating away. Got rid of it just in time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Owens. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Longhorns want to move quickly. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He leaves it with his back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
With the catch, it's carry on. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And the Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Working well behind the sticks on second down. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Card in the backfield. It's Lockett. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a third and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Release to the back. Got a man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
With the run on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.